now making his way onto the range. This is unbelievable. I've never seen anything.
Because let's find out where my spot is here. Yeah, guys, would you all mind moving back too, just for your own safety?
He's finally ready to go. Penalty drop. This is now his third. Running now, Jordan. Your heart rate is high enough as it is without accelerating it.
I'm not sure I've seen anything like this ever, where he had to go to play that shot from.
Up and over the bunker onto the downslope. He hasn't pitched it in, but he's made a very fine job of it.
If he gets out of here with a 5, he ought to be arrested for stealing.
It's the great escape. Unbelievable fight from Spieth.
That's the darndest thing I've ever seen. I got to give Spieth a lot of credit. I mean, he took the time he needed. He figured out where he was going to go, and he could have lost 3 shots on that hole. That's unbelievable.
Spieth held a 3-shot lead going into the final round. Fans could be forgiven for recalling his meltdown at Augusta last year, where he blew a 5-shot lead in the final round of the Masters. But this time, the 23-year-old found something in a remarkable stretch of holes. Spieth trailed Kuchar by 1 shot after the 13th, but his fight back began on the tee at 14.
Walking after this one. So he should be. Oh, what a shot. That's an astonishing shot from Spieth. It really is.
He made birdie there and went one better at the 15th.
He hasn't. He has. And that's the special moment, and it is for the chosen few. Amazing scenes, 13, 14 and 15.
Well, that eagle gave Spieth the lead, but he wasn't finished there.
Jordan Spieth, you are something, my man.
Spieth held a 2-shot lead going down the last after another birdie at the 17th, and a par at the last gave him his first Open title.
And it's a royal performance, but Jordan Spieth is the Open champion.
I never saw anybody play so poorly and win the Open the first 12 holes. I thought he was gone.
People don't come back from that. Very rarely does anybody come back from that. But then he made a sensational bogey, and then it was off to the races.
It'll be very interesting to see and to hear how he did it, if he has done any work after what happened to him at the Masters, what he has done in order to turn around at the British Open.
He gave us something that nobody will ever forget. His mind just changed. And I can't tell you how I admire that, because in sports, the mind, and in life, the mind is the important thing. He turned it around and finished like a lion.
So one of the great golfing comebacks from Spieth, and it's not the first time that we've seen moments of inspiration in the final round of majors. In the 2010 Masters, Phil Mickelson was in trouble after his tee shot before he did this with his second. And Mickelson went on to win the green jacket by 3 shots. Bubba Watson also found inspiration from the pines on his way to winning the 2012 Masters in a playoff with Louis Westhuizen. He looked certain to drop a shot at the 10th, but he found the green and went on to claim the green jacket. Well, Spieth could become the youngest ever Grand Slam winner if he wins next month's PGA Championship. Gene Sarazen was the first man to complete the Slam, winning it aged 33 in 1935. Ben Hogan was next 18 years later. He was 40 years old. Gary Player's the only non-American to win all 4 majors. He also became the youngest at the time, aged 29. Just a year later, Jack Nicklaus won the Open aged 26. And the current youngest player to win the Grand Slam is Tiger Woods. He won the Open 17 years ago at the age Spieth will be looking to match, 24.
Rory McIlroy finished tied for 4th at the Open, despite a nightmare start to the tournament, which saw him 5 over par after just 6 holes. McIlroy responded with 3 successive rounds in the 60s, and he says he's proud of his efforts at Royal Birkdale.
we all know that a golf tournament is 72 holes. So I after the first 6 holes on Thursday, I still had 66 holes to turn it around, and you just have to realize that, and just, it's a bad start, and sometimes you get off the bad starts, but there is enough time to turn it around, and I was just fortunate. I stayed patient, and I sort of, I made 4 birdies on the way in, which helped. I sort of got my bogeys out of the way early and made some birdies, and got myself back into the tournament. I wish I could have that start over again, but I was proud of myself how I hung in there.
And Michael van Gerwen is through to the last 16 of the World Match Play Darts in Blackpool after a comfortable victory over Stephen Bunting. The world number 1 Van Gerwen is the defending champion at the tournament. Bunting struggled from the start, missing 3 darts at double 8 as Van Gerwen broke the throw. Van Gerwen was averaging 107 and went 5-0 up before the interval. Van Gerwen was full of confidence and checked out 82 in the 7th leg with 2 25s and double 16s. Bunting avoided the whitewash, but Van Gerwen finished the match with a 160 checkout.
Good, that was a brilliant finish. Well, typical Michael van Gerwen.
Next round is Simon Whitlock, who was quite good on his doubles. Is he a threat for you?
No.
Elaborate.
I don't like anyone being a threat for me. I need to perform what I can, and Simon, he's a good player. Recently he's playing really well. He had an injury on his elbow, so that could be disadvantage for him, but I want to do the right thing, and I only played on 80%. I got more in the tank to come, and I feel good. That's the most important thing.
Simon Whitlock is through to the second round after beating Kyle Anderson 10-5. Whitlock, who's reached the semi-finals twice in Blackpool, took control of the match and moved into a 7-2 lead with a 119 checkout. And Whitlock won it 10-5.
I'll succeed.
It's to complete the marvellous performance from Simon Whitlock. He wins the battle of the Aussies.
Adrian Lewis is safely through after a 10-7 victory over Steve Beaton. He got the first break of throw.
Double 18 now. Oh, 80, baby.
And the 2-time world champion won it 10-7.
Adrian Lewis has really played well to defeat Steve Beaton.
Is Gareth Bale set for a return to the Premier League this summer? Hear what the Round of Forwards had to say when we asked him. That's next.
Roy, you must be delighted.
Yeah, we played a great game.
Enter our new age of smoothness with new Beat Easy Gel Wax Strips. They capture even more of the shorter tears for up to 28 days of smoothness. Easy Gel Wax, a unique gel formulation for our best cold wax strips ever. And for your face, try the new Beat Face Easy Gel Wax Strips.
It's decision day in the Premier League, and the fans will certainly be feeling the nerves.
Stage is set for the All-Ireland final. Home Park is open to participation.
And yet, we work on miracle on the final day of the day.
And we are ready for the title decider. It's lights out, and away we go.
Walking down the street, religions meet. But the light of what you call tonight.
Hungarian Grand Prix starts Friday, live only on Sky Sports F1. Catch the widest range of entertainment in ultra-high definition, only with Sky Q. Lose yourself in gripping drama, with up to 4 times the clarity. Discover the latest blockbusters, with up to 4 times the detail. Experience the natural world like never before, and see sport at its most spectacular. The widest range of entertainment in ultra-high definition, only with Sky Q.
Yeah, it was a lovely little chip, so I cashed it in.
Okay, more now from Chris Froome, who visited us here at Sky Studios after claiming his 4th Tour de France title. Froome is now aiming to become the first man to win 2 Grand Tours in the same season since 2008 by winning La Vuelta. And he's also focused on winning more Tour de France titles with Team Sky.
I feel as if I'm 32 at the moment. Riders have gone into their late 30s, still winning the Tour de France. I came into the sport very late, so I do still feel quite young in cycling years. And cycling's one of those sports that with experience is just so valuable. So I'd like to think I'm still learning in the sport, I'm still improving as a bike rider. And certainly, at least for the next foreseeable future, next 3, 4, 5 years, I'd like to come back to the Tour de France, and whatever number it is, I just want to be able to.
Do you have a number?
I don't have a number.
You're
I
not
just
saying
want
6 or 7?
No, I just want to lay it all on the line for as long as I can.
Well, it's just under 4 years since Gareth Bale joined Real Madrid from Tottenham, but could he be on his way back to the Premier League this summer? He's been linked with Manchester United, and so we asked the man himself whether he might move to Old Trafford.
Zinedine Zidane didn't look too downhearted to have lost to Manchester United on penalties. He's more focused on the next time the two meet in just 15 days in the Super Cup final. Gareth Bale feels the same.
Obviously, it's the first game of pre-season. For us, it's just about kind of getting the cobwebs out, get started on getting game time into us, and yeah, obviously we would have loved to win, but yeah, that's the way it goes.
Bale's shirts on sale outside the stadium in Santa Clara had a hefty price tag. So, of course, does the man himself. He'd been linked with a move to Manchester United, but Jose Mourinho has now ended all that speculation. He said yesterday it was mission impossible to get you to Manchester United. You're not even on his list.
There you go.
So is that always the way you've seen it?
I haven't said anything.
He did, though, say something to Romelu Lukaku after the game. The pair walked off the pitch together in conversation. It lasted a while.
No, I just wished him good luck for... obviously, he's just signed this, so I wished him good luck for the season, and yeah, I hope he has a great season there.
Did you give him advice on how to handle being in the spotlight?
I'm sure he knows. He's been playing long enough. He's done very well in the Premier League, and I'm sure he'll do great for them.
The reverse at the home of the San Francisco 49ers has done nothing to dampen the belief and hunger of Real Madrid players. They did the La Liga Champions League double last season and want the same again.
And that's the aim. I think us as a team, every season we go into every competition looking to win it, and it's no different again this year. We've all still got the motivation to do that, and we'll be trying the hardest to win every competition we enter.
Next for Real Madrid, it's Manchester City. Will Bale face their new signing and his recent teammate, Danilo? Gary Cottrell, Sky Sports, California.
Now, Newcastle's Rob Elliott wants his side to hit the ground running on their return to the Premier League this season. Newcastle start with a home game against Tottenham. Elliott made his returning goal at the end of last season after recovering from injury.
It's obviously where we want to be, and it's great to have the buzz again. You know, the lads were tremendous last season, won the league, and the vibe, like you say, the buzz, the vibes back for it, and massive game against Tottenham at home. It's great to have a home game as well, you know, and hopefully we can hit the ground running. So obviously we've been away in Ireland training and back now, so the games come thick and fast, ready for the opener. So hopefully we can make it a real special day and get the crowd behind us and get off to a good start.
That's what the Premier League's about, playing the best teams, playing against the best players. I think Spurs in the last 2-3 years have really kicked on and become real title contenders probably this season. Yeah, it's exciting. That's what you want to be in the Premier League for, to play against the best teams, and really looking forward to it.
Well, the Newcastle players were speaking to us at the launch of their summer football academy for local school children.
After struggling to make an impact at Rangers, Joe Garner appears to have settled quickly at Ipswich. He's scored 5 goals already in pre-season, and Mick McCarthy has backed him to take that form into the new Championship season.
Hey, look, we all do business our own way, and I prefer to look at the other way. I'm delighted I got him rather than criticising somebody else, because it's always seen as a criticism. You know, we ask about players all the time, and if we can get them, if we can afford them, and we think it suits us, we do it. And on this occasion it did, and I'm delighted with him. He's a real presence up front, he's a good voice, a good experience. He's got his goals as well in pre-season, which no matter whatever else does a striker does, he wants to score goals.
Ipswich have announced a new charity partnership with East Anglian Children's Hospice, whose logo will appear underneath the shirt numbers this season.
I think me personally, having done quite a bit of work with the hospice and gone down there, especially at Christmas time last year, and seen the ins and outs of the operation, it's such a fantastic thing that we can be involved in, and if we can promote it anyway and help them move forward, then we're all for it, obviously. We'll be aiming for the playoffs again like we've done the last 3 years. We fell short definitely last year, so we'll be looking to get ourselves back up into that top 6 area, and that's the aim for a club like us, really.
Now, it's not very often a referee reverses a penalty decision because they interpreted the laws incorrectly. Well, that's what happened to England women in their European Championship match with Spain. England's Lucy Bronze recited the laws back to the referee during the incident. We saw the official change her mind.
Well, I thought it was the right decision in the end. I really commend the referee for changing her mind, you know, and going. It was an accidental handball. I could see, I was warming up down the side of the pitch at the time, and you could see it blatantly come off Ellen's thigh, then onto her arm. And we actually had a meeting from the referees a few weeks ago that clarified rules and stipulations, so we knew that was an accidental handball, and fair play to the ref for turning around and realising she made a mistake.
And apparently Lucy was the one who was reciting the rules to her. What do you know about that?
Yeah, I think there was a few of the players around at that time saying, you know, it's an accidental handball, ref, and then Lucy, being Lucy, comes up with the exact rule at that time. So, you know, Lucy's brilliant like that. She remembers everything, so fair play to Lucy, and it got us the result in the end.
Yeah, England went on to win the game 2-0, and they've been training at their base. Mark Sampson's side only need a point from their final group game to go through to the quarter-finals.
Scotland need England to beat Portugal for Anna Sinhal's side to have any chance of reaching the last 8. They must also beat Spain to have any hope of progressing. But while that looks unlikely, Sinhal hopes the team's first appearance at a major finals tournament can be a platform for the future.
I hope it's inspired many football players, young and older, in Scotland to want to play and train even more. Young players to want to be playing in a European Championship themselves in the future. It has been tough, but I know for the players that are here, they are fantastic. These players that are here, and we are investing everything in them and trying to do as best as we can.
Now, Paul Butler will fight Stuart Hall in a world title eliminator at Liverpool's Echo Arena on September the 30th, live on Sky Sports. It's a rematch of their IBF bantamweight title fight 3 years ago, which Butler controversially won by a split decision, warning of some flash photography in these pictures. The winner will be in line to challenge for the world title, which is currently held by Jamie McDonnell. Butler is almost 9 years younger than his rival Hall at 28, and claims he's improved since his last victory against him in 2014.
Very confident in getting the win. That's how I do it this time. Last time, I was only a super flyweight last time coming up. This time, I'm a fully fledged bantamweight, and you're going to see the difference in me. This time, I won't be able to move my feet after 6 rounds. Getting on my bike and pinching rounds. This time, I'll be sitting down. Stewie will definitely see a new Paul Butler.
I thought I won the first fight. I thought he got rather lucky with one of the judges. I know one of the judges gave it in by 2 rounds, which is fair enough. One judge gave it to me by 2 rounds, but then another judge gave it to him by 6 rounds. I thought that was a bit harsh on me, you know what I mean? I'm over the moon that I've got this fight. To get a rematch with Paul Butler, he's confident he's going to win it in better fashion, but I'm more than confident I'm going to win it in better fashion. I've got a really good camp ahead of me, and I can't wait. I've got a lot better team behind me. He says he's got a better team behind him, but I'm going to win this fight. I'm definitely going to win this fight.
To this date, it's the best night in my boxing career. Every young boy dreams of winning a world title, and that was my night. And now we're on the right path to winning another world title.
Everyone knows this is my last chance, you know what I mean? But I know it's my last chance. I was very unlucky in my last fight, I thought. But like you say, I'm going to try and take it out of the judges' hands and try and go for the stoppage.
First prize is athletics. I'm going to go to the World Championship. That was my target. Not while it was only a backup, just in case worst case scenario happened and I got injured.
We began in a diamond formation, but then I quickly switched to hearts. Five. Have you voted? No? Excellent. Follow me.
Pump the gym, pump it up. What you feel or something. Yeah. In the gym it's bumping. Look at him, probably jumping. A place to stay.
If Carlsberg did haircuts, it would probably be the best in the world.
At Ben & Jerry's, we're always looking for ways to top your favorite flavors. Like figuring out if we can make cookie dough even cookier. But with so many chunks and fair trade ingredients packed in, there's not much room for more. Which is why the only way to top it is to also bottom it. The Ben & Jerry's Witch. And this little son of a witch. Cookies and ice cream. Good together any which way. 47 meters down. This is July 26th.
Victory! Thousands of prizes are hot putting into McDonald's because Monopoly Prize Mania is back with a one-in-5 chance of winning instantly. There's everything from Big Macs and big trips to Universal Orlando Resort to €10,000 in actual real money. What? Monopoly Prize Mania at McDonald's. Thousands of prizes and then some. You could be next.
Did you notice that there are so many different prizes out there for the exact same room? I know I've been asking this a lot lately, but this is what it really means. The same hotel room can have up to 10 different prices across the internet. So even if you spend a lot of time looking around, chances are it's still out there for a better price. So make one last check before you book, the Trivago check. Trivago compares prices from more than 200 websites to make sure you find your ideal hotel for the best price. Hotel Trivago.
I'm here to wire your new hull, ma'am. Not all cowboys ride horses. If they're not a registered electrical contractor, you're putting yourself at risk and they're breaking the law. This summer, for the first time ever, you can catch Test match cricket in stunning ultra-high definition, only on Sky Q. Sky Cinema invites you to come away with us this summer with the 10 biggest blockbusters of 2016. So you can enjoy the biggest adventures, the biggest heroes, and the biggest pants. Escape with Sky Cinema this summer.
I know, I can't believe it. I hit the bar 3 times.
more now on that remarkable win for England in the ICC Women's World Cup final. Anya Shrubsole took 6 wickets, and this is what her father Ian tweeted on Friday. It's a photo of Anya at Lord's when she was a 9-year-old, and he claims she said, "What a place. I'd like to play here for England in a World Cup final."
I can remember being here watching Dad play in the Club National Knockout when the final was here. I don't remember saying those words, but obviously it shows that you can have a dream when you're younger, and sometimes those dreams come true.
Women's cricket has really changed in the last few years, as these stats show. There were 111 sixes hit in this World Cup. That's up from 67 in 2013. There were 14 hundreds this time around, 3 more than in the last tournament. Tammy Beaumont and Sarah Taylor put on 275 in the group stage against South Africa. That's also an improvement on 2013. Our team scored at least 200 on 39 occasions. That happened just 20